All the cycles.
Podcast. Spelled backwards.
Leap. Dumb. Leap. Dumb. Leap. Dumb.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another glorious episode of Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and sevens have never worked.
I'm JDB Crumpin. So, you may not know this, but Tyra has a fascination for nail art. She loves it and wants you guys to take it to the next level.
And I'm Lex Basile Price, and you are the angel of your own monster.
Aren't I just? We are here today to discuss Cycle 20, Episode 6, The Girl Who's Scared of Clowns. I'm upset about it, as you will see in my title, The Guys Who Don't Understand the Parameters of This Competition.
But if you understand the parameters of our podcast, you know that we love when you go to our Clixel down below and become part of the Lead'em Pod.
Yes, you could become a sponsor just like today's two double, clap. Shout outs, Amber and Paige. Ooh. And you tell me you could not see a sitcom starring two characters named Amber and Paige. That's a good, but that is ABC Family.
Yeah, that is a Odd Couple remake, if I ever heard one. Amber is really the Dharma of them, and Paige is the Greg.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
Oh my God, give me a queer Dharma and Greg. I'm ready for it. Come on, CBS.
You mean Dharma and Greg?
It is so weird to have a digital flart with no quotes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also weird to have a digital flart where the other person in the thing was eliminated.
To which Phil says, this is also a rest in peace Alex video.
No. That was Jeremy. That was
really
stupid baby Jeremy. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
Although
assumed it was Phil.
Marvin is here to give Corey a flart quote when he says, "Baby, you fine."
Opening his eyes to what he wants.
I'm surprised it wasn't Chris being like, Corey, you won!
Corey does a friend a solid and brings Gianna into the Tyra suite.
Uh-huh.
What's going on with the back of Gianna's hair in the Tyra suite?
That's that long bob, baby. I do think it's funny, even though I totally get the pick, that we were concerned the entire time about them crossing gender lines for the Tyra suite picks, and the first person who does it is the safest person to do it.
Because I think there would have been a problem, let's say, if Corey had picked a man to join.
But also, what man does Corey want to share that room with?
No
Phil? Marvin?
Don.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Don's fine.
Chris,
I just
maybe.
mean at the end of the day, I think it's funny that after all that, I'm
Yes.
like, it did happen once.
I worry, though, this is a floodgates moment, though. That now they're like, well, Corey picked a girl to be in there with him. It's like,
what
not
have
the
you
same,
wrought,
Jeremy.
And does this Tyra suite key mean nothing? Because Phil just sure wanders right in.
How dare he?
Is Corey not locking the door behind after he puts the key in the house?
As they're changing clothes, he just happens to come in when Gianna is half naked.
And then Phil says of Corey's pants, oh, those pants would look great on me. I'm going to get those when I'm in here next. And I'm like, is Guest just regenerating clothes? Like, what are you talking about?
But also, how rude is it to come in on Corey and Gianna's week in the Tyra suite and you start trying on clothes?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, if I was on this show and I was in the Tyra suite, it'd be me at my worst. I'd be like, if you weren't not invited, do never come in my suite.
Do not
This is
cross
my
the
space.
threshold. Consider yourself a vampire.
Yep.
And you not invited in.
And you won't be invited in, so you can't cross. In fact, Gianna, you have to sleep on the floor.
Because I do think, as Hannah kind of alluded to, Corey does this, I feel like, almost like, I can get Gianna away from Phil, her worst enemy. And then for Phil to be like, hey, it's all three of us.
Well, the way Phil talks about Gianna, complimenting her in his talking heads, she's genius, I mean, as far as the knowledge she has. What? Get out of it. I feel like I feel bad for people with ADHD that Phil suddenly becomes their representative this episode.
Oh, I know.
Tell me about it.
Because that's not what this is.
This isn't Laura dyslexia representation.
No!
I had to call my most ADHD friend and be like, do these behaviors track? And mostly were like, no.
No.
And that ADHD friend was like, how do you track something?
Corey is bored and decides to craft with their
Corey's
top
ready to do a lore deep dive.
Corey has his mug of ambition as Jeremy is spinning on his belly on the runway.
Literally what I have to stop my toddler from doing on the coffee table.
I'm going to say this. When I was around this age, and now I'm a little bit of a roll around person. So I'm not saying I wouldn't have been doing what Jeremy's doing, trying to do a worm on a hard surface.
Runway, I'm like, you're going to hurt yourself. And then he immediately hurts himself.
Yeah. And then he lies. He fully lies. Jordan just picked him and he picked Jordan. They have been picking each other back and forth. What a liar you are, Jeremy.
Bigger lie that he gets called out on. He says, oh, I'm not trying to hook up. And Corey goes, I don't believe you.
Yeah, Corey is ready to take those paper plate masks and make a homeland board.
It doesn't last the whole episode, but right now I wrote the note, wow, Chris seems so much happier post-house meeting that he had. Mm-hmm. He seems so much more normal. It unfortunately does not last through the entirety of this episode. I wonder if there's some timeline shenanigans.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, Chris is a new person.
I was worried about Nina's level of intensity towards Chris, but the fact that he's sitting there being like, I love you, makes me feel like they're at the same level.
Or, not that they're at the same level, but he's maybe saying things that are inflaming her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, is I do think the way Chris specifically words things is he always follows it up with, like, as a friend. It feels like Chris always adds language as like, I love you as a person, as of this. There's always this
he likes to do, I have
bit.
A lot of, I love you, I have love for you.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I know you think you're clarifying something, but you just made it more confusing.
Yeah.
Well, but I just think Nina's the opposite, where she's like, we could get married. And you're like, Nina, I don't.
Back up. Too quirky.
I don't know, but he's the one throwing I love you out. So
I agree.
Look, I think all three of us could agree the relationship's not ideal.
That they could be better at communicating.
But I'm plotting and scheming.
Just being with someone, I'm sorry to interrupt, but imagine just being with someone who you just sit them down every day and you're just like, I still have love for you. And I guess maybe I'm describing a marriage, but
No, that's not how I speak.
No. That's after a really big fight.
Yes.
Pull that language out.
But then I'm plotting and scheming because I'm tired of some of these girls. It started, okay, I go on such a journey with this prank.
Yes.
Because
this specific prank, I agree.
This prank that I've done before.
Sure. It was like, oh, cute, you're going to tape clothes. Then the underwear came out, and I did not love him touching panties.
I do not have love for that.
If I would not marry that. If it hadn't been the underwear, the rest of it, I was like, perfect prank level.
Yes.
And later on, when they come in and they're like, oh, you guys are bored, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and they're like, that's not the reaction we were hoping for. I'm like, no.
What is the reaction you're hoping for?
Yes.
This is like one time someone did the gift wrapped all the individual objects in my office prank. And I'm like, that's fun because it's mostly silly. You get a cool picture out of it. Like them taping the pants to the bed.
Like it was a James Bond strapped to a table.
If they had just taken
the random fork.
those
underwear bottoms, I would have been like, this is just good.
Marvin can't help but Marvin.
Yeah.
But all of the boys have gotten to this place of, well, it's boys versus girls. And I'm like, no, it's not. It was Brits versus Americans.
Yes.
This is guys and girls.
Yeah.
And then we get the start of a lesbian short film because in this
very empowering sudsy bath.
Yeah.
This tub is too tiny for 3 people, though. They are crammed in this.
This tub is too tiny for 3 people in a house with a hot tub.
Yes.
And why is Jordan sitting clothed
The
next
most
to the tub.
clothed anyone has ever been in this house.
Well, because Jordan is there to try to befriend people because Kanani, Renee, and Gianna are in the tub. And Renee all but says sisters before misters because she's like, now I just hate the men. So Jordan's fine.
Jordan used to get on my nerves. And then we get a sepia tone flashback to 2 days ago.
What a quick turnaround for Renee.
I think Renee is literally like, now that I know everyone hates Jordan,
I
I don't
can
have
like her
to
a little
worry
bit.
about Jordan.
Exactly.
I can calm down on that. Other people have this covered. Where can I fill in the gaps?
Mm-hmm.
And then they do like an all hands in
Well,
sudsy thing that they're just like, yeah, girl power.
I loved how unimpressed Kanani was with everything leading up to this.
I feel like Kanani was in the bathroom alone.
just taking a bath, trying to relax.
And then Gianna came in and says, I'm having a bad day. Can I join you? And Kanani's like, fine.
Fine.
And then Renee came in and she was like,
Oh, my
we're
friends.
plotting and scheming. Who do we hate?
So who do we hate? These next two people.
Oh boy, oh boy.
We head to the JMJ Ranch where we meet Kelly and Jackie Fraser Swan. Kelly's, quote, friend and client.
Which was both true. At least
Well,
the client part was true.
Look, we've had a lot of Nepo babies on this show. Jackie Fraser Swan is the Nepoiest baby that has ever been.
there is an amazing article at bostonmagazine.com.
There sure is.
We all read it.
But I need to advise the listeners.
Yes.
It looks like the article ends. It does not.
No.
There
6
are
pages.
6 pages.
Mhm.
And every single page has its own special treasure hidden inside.
Mhm.
When you first start reading it, you think it's going to be just fawning praise. And it kind of is, but it's also savage at the same time.
It's also savage to Shanae Grimes calling her a B-list actress.
That was the only part that I was like, why is this the second time now on the top model I have to defend Shanae Grimes?
We learn that her family owns just a small business, a small family
A
business.
small business.
Of
Mhm.
yeah.
the Atlantic Research Marketing Systems,
Mhm.
ARMS, which is, just a designer and manufacturer of small weapons.
Yeah, there's
It's
little
like-
weapons.
Just
It's
little
like
weapons.
a lemonade stand.
Yeah. And then she married her childhood friend, who now works at ARMS and is a part-time police officer.
Mhm.
So the part-time police officer married the woman whose family makes weapons? How dare?
Great-great-grandfather was Ralph Waldo Emerson. And this woman had the success in fashion that she did, which is extremely limited,
Extremely.
because she self-financed everything.
Uh-huh. And this article goes in and says, young designers shouldn't do this. This is bad.
Yep.
This is how much money you need to have in order to do this. Straight
Yeah.
up gives you numbers.
This article is a cautionary tale.
Uh-huh. It's also a cautionary tale because you can't find nothing about her.
This woman has
Y'all.
not been heard of since 2014.
No.
Y'all, we're talking no post on Instagram.
Mm-mm.
She had a very active Twitter up until 2014. If you look her up, you find 2012 to 2014.
Yep.
And then it's as if she didn't. It was as if she was
didn't exist.
created,
Mhm.
existed for 3
Yes.
years, and is gone. It is actually kind of fascinating.
She went to one semester of fashion school and said, I can do this because I have money.
Also, 1 semester of art school before that.
Uh-huh. She developed this savage. She developed a 4-step plan. Create a collection, hire a PR firm, open a showroom and find someone who's going to make the clothes, and trot out a new line during Fashion Week. And that's what she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the article at the end calls her clothes marketable and not that interesting. And yet she's selling a skirt for $800.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is I would be more, as little as I am, I'd be the slightest bit more okay with everything if it was like a ready-to-wear cheaper line.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how you make the money back that you poured in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is meant to be high fashion, almost couture level prices.
This is wild.
She also could not be in this episode less.
This is why it feels like it's actually one of Kelly's clients.
Yes. Well, because Kelly's here to create a challenge where she gets to butt in and complain.
I'm almost starting to enjoy the do everything yourself Kelly project. Because it just tells you so much about Kelly. She's like, everyone else does all the work and I come in and make it worse.
And tell them what's wrong.
Kelly says that this is not just a regular campaign. Yeah, Kelly, because it's fake. This is not real.
No.
It's also Flixeled.
Oh, she also,
And on top of doing every facet of the photo shoot from beginning to end, plus Flixel, we need to add random acts of modeling. And this is my favorite part of this episode because somehow we get a visual Tyra 3 list that is actually a Tyra 2 list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we get 3 instances of Tyra doing random acts of modeling. One is interviewing an invisible person with a microphone, and the other 2 are talking on an old-timey phone receiver, one of which is plugged into her iPhone.
And also, those 2 phone pictures are from last cycle. So she only took one new picture, which was microphone.
Also, I know we'll never get a concrete definition of random acts of modeling, but interviewing feels like a thing where you're literally modeling as part of the job.
Also, how can you do random acts of modeling when you're doing a campaign where you have to plan what you do?
Nothing is random.
Except the universe!
Well, we're going back to people who did well in the last photo shoot get to be 3 team captains, and it's like a great trio for us in our fanship.
There's a special rule, though, that we don't hear about.
Devastating rule later.
Yes.
The 3 team captains are Corey, Kanani, and Dawn. Yay. What a trio. Corey picks Gianna first. Kanani picks Renee, and you'll find Kanani has a strategy, as if she knows a second part of this
that no one else knows
know yet. Dawn picks Marvin.
Keep him in line.
Corey then picks Phil.
Why?
After Gianna. Did she ask him to?
Did he think people were going to have to kiss each other?
Maybe. Or did he pick Phil because if at least they're in the group together, he's not going to have to deal with Phil coming over from another team?
Maybe. Then Kanani remembers the bathroom pledge and picks Jordan. Dawn
and
picks
this is where
Nina.
I said, oh no, we're getting Kanani backstory. This can't mean anything good.
A lot
of
Kanani.
mentions of that kid.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn picks Nina. Corey picks Chris. And then, with only Jeremy left, Kanani goes, I'm going to pass.
I ascended.
And I like to believe that wasn't an option. And then Kelly was like, okay.
Sure.
Because, look, is anyone standing Jeremy? No. This is actually kind of devastating to be like, I'd rather have one less helper.
Honestly, though, I think it is so smart in a challenge like this to have fewer people.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. It's just... And so Kanani ends up with 3 of the girl contestants, which you'll find out is such an advantage for what we're about to do.
And before we get to that advantage, they walk into a stable, seeming.
Mm-hmm.
And in this entryway, every single picture on the wall is crooked. And it bothered me. Not a single picture was straight on the wall.
Ironically, they weren't stable. Damn.
Is that dad you just said?
Yeah, dad joke.
Phil gives us his definition of ADHD, which is being impulsive and just acting upon things because that's how you feel. And I said, no, Phil, that is manic pixie dream boy, as I said before.
Oh, this is the problem. Phil uses ADHD as an excuse for bad behavior.
Yep.
I think also ADHD is something, as of the time of this recording of this episode, we're having a larger conversation about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
TikTok
Within
things.
culture, within society, within TikTok.
Yeah.
And we're at that point where now we've talked about it enough and we've heard now wrong information about it.
And it's also one of those things that we are constantly getting new information
Yes.
about,
Yeah.
so things become outdated very quickly.
Yeah. And this all just aged so poorly because unfortunately, it used to be that if you're ADHD, you were a bad kid, basically.
Right.
And
Mhm.
Phil is not helping that cliche.
No, I would like to point out I have ADHD, but I have the fun ADHD that is hyperfixation.
You?
If you couldn't guess, but it's just like it's such a complicated.
Balsamero would never.
You should edit in every long paragraph you've ever researched, like writing, like your own
Your
clip show.
sepia-toned flashback.
But ADHD is super complicated, and so like I do think he
And varied, and can
varied.
present
And I
very
think-
differently.
And I'm
Yes.
gonna say I actually do think he probably has ADHD.
I believe
sure.
that in my
But
heart.
but he is then gone like, oh, I have ADHD. I can do anything I want.
Mhm.
I get
Guess
to be
I can-
shithole.
Guess I can cut things and throw things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now you'll find out that Kanani made the smartest decision she's ever made because Emerson only makes women's pieces. So the men are just going to get a quote from Kelly, random background suits that Kelly just pulled.
Why do this? We've already had a challenge where we had a women's designer and a men's designer.
And it worked great.
And it sure does seem like everybody is required to be in at least one photo.
Yeah,
Yes.
it really made that.
Like,
See.
the team with just Nina couldn't have done pictures of just Nina.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you had to everyone had to model in a photo, basically.
Mhm.
And then Marvin, who is a little devastating several times this episode, says of Jeremy, we get stuck with Jeremy, who's never even been in the top 3. What? Yikes, Marvin. Not wrong, but
Chris has a very cute moment of helping Gianna over a fence that I appreciated.
yeah.
Why was Phil moping backstage before we get to? Because we also have this thing where he doesn't feel like he looks cool, so he cuts a shirt, and Kelly, that's a bridge too far.
Well, also you're ruining clothing.
Yeah, but to be fair, to give Phil a little credit, this is rando clothes that Kelly just brought in, though.
Yeah, but even still,
Sir,
it's
I'm not
You
probably
gotta
saying
know
gonna be
that's not
returned.
smart.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's, but I'm to give him the littlest credit. They are given nothing and told to like you're going to have to be in a campaign for nothing.
Yeah.
It's
Well, and the stories that the teams create really let you know that they've been taking in the lessons of Top Model.
Mm-hmm. Nina describes the whole challenge that she is fighting for her life during. We have to do 2 shots that contain random acts of modeling while doing a campaign for Emerson, while also doing a flixel. Yeah, Nina, sounds too hard.
So many of these flixels become blinking or wind.
yes.
I'm just gonna, one after the other, all of these photo shoot
Yes,
stories.
please.
First, we get Team Kanani. We are 3 orphans that get adopted by this crazy family, and we are fabulously fixing a tractor. Next, we get Team Don. Jeremy is a rich farm owner who had 2 worker guys, and secretly, like, behind the barn, they were sleeping with his wife.
Both of them.
Behind the barn!
I hate cucked plantation owner storyline.
And then finally, we have Team Corey, where Corey is an alien from the planet, and I don't even remember what the planet was.
Androgyny.
It was just androgyny.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was just
great.
androgyny.
Okay, I was
It's
like,
not
my phone must have-
androgynia. No, it
I know. I
wasn't.
was like, my phone must have corrected this to a real word. Corey is an alien from the planet Androgyny who just landed on a farm, and the people who live on the farm discover him.
And Phil is a random jogger.
And Phil is a murderous vagrant. Phil is Judd in Oklahoma.
Yes.
There is such an amazing... It's a terrible ad for Flixel, but there's an amazing moment where Renee is the one doing the Flixel, and her face of fear, not wanting to F it up, is like, I got it.
Because they haven't been actually taught how to do Flixel.
Oh! They must have been taught right before this.
Not a great look for Chris. I don't love the phrase, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. You could have just gone, too many cooks in the kitchen, would have
There's
saved
a
you.
classic hanging out for you right there.
Yeah.
However, after that outdated phrase is spoken, he does an Ebony Cycle 1 puffed face to camera, like, woof. Because Chris is weirdly hyper professional during this and is not here for Phil's shenanigans that are the most of the shenanigans.
I think it's also because Chris is like, hey, remember when I got yelled at?
Yeah, so
for
he just
being
gets
too much?
to, like, he got really mad at me for nut punching, and now he just gets to throw things?
Wow, that nut punching seems like a lifetime ago.
It was pre-season.
Teams work well together without any drama.
Yeah.
There's actually a cute moment where Jeremy, Marvin, and Dawn are such dorks jumping up and down and cheering for their one-take flixel. Like, well, we did it!
So sad, because it is a really good photo.
That photo kicks so much ass, and
It's so much better than every other photo.
Yeah.
It's one of the best flixels we've ever
It
seen.
is the best flixel.
And it has none of the client's clothing in it.
That's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
I don't think they understood that truly.
It is tragic. Yeah, there were so many other things to keep track of.
So Jordan does apologize for her phone thing. You could have just apologized better, but fine, whatever.
I love it when someone tries to apologize by, like, half reminding people what happened.
Yeah.
Kanani's response is perfect.
Oh, perfect.
When she says, well, at least you apologized. Now I can dislike you a little bit less.
And that's what happens with an apology, truly.
Yeah. And then Phil is a safety risk.
Mhm.
He picks up a rock and hucks it at a fence.
A huge rock. Huge rock.
So, and it not
The
close.
size of a head.
Not
Mhm.
a close fence, but throws it at a fence and breaks the fence. And not like a little break, like it's now hanging off. You've destroyed property.
Needs to be repaired to still be functional fence.
And kudos to Chris for not engaging here.
Yes.
But also Phil he wanted so badly to be the focus of
The
the
star.
photo. And like Corey had kind of created a theme that made him the star of the photo, but whatever, it's his team.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he can do that if he wants to, but like he tried to
He
make
got-
the flicks
he got
of him
Tyrus
running
powers.
away, which is not how those work because that's not a repeated motion.
No, and it would take way too long.
But also, he was running the wrong direction.
So odd.
Corey, when Phil does that, just goes, why would he do that?
It's so bad. And then fucking Nepo baby, self-produced monster that she is like, when we get to critiques, I really don't love that a man is in my dress.
Cool. Says it doesn't reflect the brand well. And then when I looked at those photos, first of all, Gianna's flixel a bit shocked.
Oh my god, Gianna's
Oh.
hand flixel.
Oh.
The weirdest thing to me is they had such bad lighting that everything's like pixely
Yeah.
because it was
And,
so
like,
overcast
dust-
that day.
Like there's a dust bowl filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there was no brief, Jackie. So they were told they could do whatever they wanted, and they had one woman in clothes that you provided.
Yeah.
And so why would Corey not? I think it's such a good idea. It was
Corey
such
also looks
a good
better
idea.
in the clothes than anyone else.
Yes.
It's the only time your eyes actually go to the clothing. The only other thing that I really liked piece-wise was I loved what Nina was in.
Yes.
For
Yes.
the one photo we saw it. And then the ADR that erupts from our television screen from Kelly.
Oh my
And
God.
by the way, damaging property will reflect poorly on your overall performance.
Except that's not true.
No,
No,
it's
Because
not.
we're about to find out how this is scored. Because Kanani wins basically for understanding the assignment better than anybody else.
Yeah.
But also, I love that Kanani's team tirade theirs
they
up by
did.
sepia toning it.
Mm-hmm. And when they go back to the house to get the scores, we discover that Kanani's entire team got 9s,
Mhm.
Don's entire team got 7s, and Corey's entire team got 6s. And this scoring I found to be so upsetting.
This is bullshit.
For many, many reasons. First of all, Kanani should have had a higher score because she was team leader.
Yes.
And they were successful, she should get credit. Second of all, Phil should have the worst score because he is the only person who damaged property.
And was bad in the pictures.
Yes.
He literally is going to clobber Corey to death? What?
Yeah,
only
murder
one in the
your
fashion?
photo. Also, I know he was an alien, but the idea of you throwing a huge rock at the androgynous person wearing a dress is not a great visual.
Well, Jackie liked that part. I can't. I'm not. I am her enemy. I am Jackie Fraser Swan's enemy. But
I love it.
she doesn't
I love
exist.
It for you.
So
I was about to say, Lex, she doesn't exist anymore. She doesn't exist. She hasn't been alive since
for 40 years.
I'll be sad if she's dead, but I don't think that's the
I'm
truth.
not.
I think she's just out of the business.
No,
I think she's just out of the
I'm
business.
not. I'll say it now. I'll say it forever. I'm not. Hope she is.
Casual. The most casual. Not be sad if she's dead.
This is such second episode recording energy. I'm losing my mind. But also, why wasn't this 987 too? On top of that.
Don't know.
This is where we all have to take kudos away from Chris.
Chris and Gianna are both fired up and directing their frustrations at the wrong person.
Chris, and he identifies it in himself. He is just ready to pick fights.
Yeah, he's just mad.
I mean, I would be mad too. Truly,
yeah,
I
but
would
go
be
yell
pissed.
at Phil. Go
agree.
yell at Phil. Everyone should be yelling at Phil. Why is no one yelling at Phil?
Constantly.
He has ADHD, Hannah. You can't yell at him. He'll look the other way. And the Jersey accent was never stronger in this fight with Nina.
Let's also Nina decides to hold court in the kitchen. This kitchen is the most well-shaped argument kitchen because everyone gets to like gather around the kitchen islands to watch.
You can really take center stage in this kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But look, if I were Nina and Chris told me that nobody here was there for him, I would also lose my shit.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah, it's just where this is built. It feels like this fight has been building and building, and both of them are just frustrated with the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will say, Nina, it's like a scene from like King Kong where like she has to like come like soothe the beast. It's just I hate this.
Just because you are friends, let him get in his own fights and get his way out of them.
Yeah.
Other people know his story now. There was a Chris House meeting.
Yeah.
Thanks, Corey.
And then the show pulls one of the funkiest edits I've ever seen because they show the same non-hug when Chris goes up and hugs Nina and she doesn't clasp her hands around him, and they show it from 3 different angles. And I'm like, we get it.
And after that, he thinks they're cool.
Yeah.
I hate it, but I love it. When people are like, we hug, so we're done. I hugged you and we're done. The apology happened.
Yeah.
And then how the fuck did Jeremy get Johnny's hat from last episode? He's wearing the Jahan hat.
Yes.
I love the thought that Johnny picks out someone to bequeath his hat to at the end of every photo shoot.
That should have been our immunity shield.
Yes!
And Johnny's like, I hated this one. Take it, Jeremy.
Oh my gosh. They arrive at panel and one of them's wearing the hat and Tyra's like, oh, look who got the the Johnny hat of the week.
Johnny's like, you're squinting too much. Do you need this hat? Just stop squinting.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
No, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
Phil decides to join Team Prank.
What monster on production provided these clowns?
We get to talk about this because we read the application. I'm pretty sure What Your Fear was on there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's funny because it's described the entire time as the guys knowing that both Renee and Kanani have a fear of clowns. However, Renee is never going to display this.
No.
One of these fears is not like the other.
No, and Renee is also like, I won't show fear. Fear is death.
Renee probably wrote on her application her biggest fear is losing to Jordan.
Losing
And
to
clowns,
some
I guess,
boring
whatever.
white-ass woman.
The the only clown I'm scared of is the one I might lose to.
We're saucy this episode.
We are.
The show and these guys treat a fear of clowns like it is something silly.
Yes.
Like it is not a legitimate fear that a person could have. Especially wild coming from the show that treated dolphin fear with such reverence.
Mm-hmm. We saw that video, Tyra.
And it is one thing to prank someone with their biggest fear. It is another thing to do it while they are asleep.
In the dark, pelting them with it.
And Kanani loses her shit. She has to take a hit off of an asthma inhaler to calm down.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that is a real fear. That is an actual phobia.
Mm-hmm. Right before they do this, Phil says, hopefully we don't do anything too bad where it's traumatizing, but it's part of the competition. No, it isn't.
Pranks?
Prank war? No, you are not hazing.
It's also not a war. There has been one prank already committed just by you.
Yeah, there was no prank back. So why did you need to up it before you got pranked back?
The only thing the women have done is a gentle sudsy bond in a bathroom.
That you were not a part of.
All they did was not care about your first prank.
All they did was give you the best reaction to a prank you could
Yes.
for real. Again, that's the reaction you want. Now,
It is, we're laughing because there's a lot of absurdity here, and it's impossible not to, but this is a legitimate known fear that is obviously really hard for this person, and the way that the show is going to blow it off is infuriating.
To make a fun point, what book was Kanani reading? Because that was a real book. It wasn't like a Bible. It was like an actual book that they got to bring into the house.
and remember earlier in another episode, Chris had a real book?
Chris had a real book.
Can they have books now?
Oh, now we can have books? Because they're like,
all the Kama Sutra.
Yeah, don't worry.
You'll be
You'll be so distracted by the opposite sex. We can suspend the no book rule.
Men are from Mars, women are salad, or whatever. Now, I'll say this. After all that grossness, we get some treats. We get some treats coming up, and it starts with Johnny's hat that says Profession Nail.
Oh,
and he has tiny new glasses on.
I love them. He looks great.
And the Tyra lie that JW introduced at the beginning of this episode.
So you may not know it, but Tyra has a fascination for nail art. She loves it and wants you guys to take it to the next level. And the Tyron to end all Tyrons is a picture with Tyra's face in it, her fingernails, and then the Tyron says Tyra's nails.
This picture of Rum Tum Tugger that Tyra is in, one of them, because then they show pictures of nails with no face, which means those aren't Tyra.
Definitely not.
And then Johnny says, getting fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You'll be posing solo. Finally.
He's like, you didn't fire me when I said what the fuck was up with Phil's hair? Fire me now.
Who's the cute guy who gives little hand waves as their... Do we know him? The makeup team?
No.
He's so cute.
Someone who isn't cute is Franco Lacosta.
Really?
As a person.
I was mixed.
As a person, for me, this seemed to me like a secret challenge that wasn't actually a challenge. Like, this felt like a Deprice Brescia moment.
Okay.
That nobody won points for.
Remember the old Cycle 4 tennis challenge with mean photography? I was like, I was waiting for him to be like, I'm a character actor. Because he's too silly.
Uh-huh. But it's not.
Before we get to Franco Lacosta, number one, Tyra is just not showing up to photo shoots anymore.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, Tyra's doing all the makeup this cycle.
Can you imagine if you were the one contestant who Tyra did your nails?
Maybe she is fascinated with nail art because she's not allowed to wear nails. We've learned that she's not allowed to wear nails, and she really resents it.
Yeah.
We also get Nina fully ignoring Chris in the best way. And him being so confused, he's like, we hug.
Yeah, we're done. We're fixed.
She's not ready, man. After your nothing apology.
She's literally looking past him and through him. He's talking to her and she's just like, I'm a fairy.
Though Gianna calls it and says, oh, Nina has a savior complex.
Yeah. So Franco Lucasta. Franco Lucasta is a real person, not a Dupreece Brescia.
Mm-hmm.
He co-founded Q Model Management.
Oh, we've had a couple of models who
Uh-huh.
ended up signing with him. Yeah.
Also was the creative director and producer from 2016 to 2023 of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
So up until this year?
Yeah.
Huh.
He sometimes styles them, but mostly comes up with those weird challenges they have to do on the
See,
show.
again, this makes me think that this is someone who's more of like a character and a comedian and a writer who they brought in to do this, because there's very little necessary photography for this because they can't move.
He was also a judge, content creator, and photographer on a show that he created, I guess, called Model Latina,
Huh.
which Wikipedia says is a reality TV competition, the format similar to America's Next Top Model.
Well then. See, again, I think this person's a little bit more of a behind the scenes person, and someone was like, we need a fun photographer.
On Model Latina, it says, quote, he provided valuable lessons on personal branding, career development, and life coaching. So,
Wow.
He's also clearly not friends with Johnny.
no.
a rare instance of not. Also, why does Corey get to introduce Franco Lacosta to us? He's the one who gets to say his name. Because bad luck for Corey. Corey acts like Spanish isn't a language.
Ooh, this is the worst look for
not
Corey.
good.
Worst look for Corey.
Later on, I'm going to say it right now, later on, when he's speaking Spanish to Marvin, a Spanish speaker,
Uh-huh.
and Corey's like, he's just saying gibberish. I'm like,
I don't understand
I don't know
what
what he's saying. It's like, not for you, Corey. It wasn't
You
for
don't
you.
need to.
Also, how do you not recognize general? It's
This
this
is where
Spanish.
no. This is where the Philly came out. This is where Philly came out of Corey.
Okay, you leave Philly alone.
You aren't from Philly. You're from south of Philly.
Close enough.
But I'm saying this is the worst trait though. Is like him being like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, we've been holding this
Oh my
tiny
God.
little secret if you hadn't watched this episode yet, because in the I want to flash back to all of Pod Leadum. One of our favorite things is that when we get a generic theme and then people get the individual stuff, falling fairy tales. What individual fairy tale are they going to be, for example? I did not think to myself that the individual nails would be themed. And then they said they're each going to have an individual top model theme. To which I said, how? And then as they were revealed, some of them get sort of a theme. And then,
A thing that you might be able to put on a nail.
and then some get a word that top model has said before. And we start with Gianna, who gets Tooch nails.
It would be Nooch, a nail.
Or you have to have little pictures of butts on each
Yeah,
nail.
why weren't they little butts?
Proud face going tooch on each nail.
And also the theme is yellow. You're going to get sprayed with yellow paint.
Yeah.
Franco
Ooh.
wants her to feel like she's a bird and emerging from a place.
He got too close to her face.
Yeah. Her impression, we get a couple really good impressions
Yes.
from contestants this episode. Her Franco impression is flawless.
Yeah.
Well, she got so up close and personal.
Really could study it.
And then Nina turns her own dumbness on
Oh yeah.
because she goes, my theme was na 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 na. Oh, it's the theme song.
But
Small point that will bug me forever.
me too. I think it's the same.
Not
point.
enough na-nas, sure.
The Tyron says that she gets na 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 nails when it should clearly be na 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 nails.
Or na
sure.
na 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 nails na 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 na. But yeah.
Yeah, they picked the exact wrong
Wrong
number.
number.
But also, how is that represented in her nail art?
I don't know. I liked her look though.
I
I
think she
liked
looks
her makeup and her hair very much.
Yes.
The heavy brow was cool too.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is just, the filling of this is really funny to me because obviously we have established more in sympathy with Nina. But she's like, I'm so distracted by Chris. And then Chris is just playing with his chain nails like a cat.
I see him and I'm like, oh, why is he looking at me? And he's like,
Yeah.
Chris gets H to T nails, which is, if you think about what that on an
It's
my
impossible.
nails. I have nails from
Nails in your
head
head?
to my toe. Ugh, I hate
They
cutting
should
my
have-
head
They
nails.
should have made him do a toenail pick.
That's
He
what
should
I
have had
honestly,
to lift that foot.
when I saw it, I honestly thought they might do that. And I was like, that's going to be hilarious. But yeah, like we just said, Chris's actual theme ends up being nails that are chain linked
Well,
together.
they're chaining head to toe.
Don't get me wrong. I got myself there, but I was
And
like,
Franco has a crush on Chris.
Mhm.
and I love that we're starting to get crazy-eyed Chris, who every so often makes a bold choice. And I hope one of these photos of him ends up being that one, because those piercing blue eyes
Mhm.
look
Mm,
wild when he
Wild.
opens them.
Everyone will hate it except Tyra, who will love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Corey gets Tyra nails.
Well,
because-
pictures of Tyra.
ugh.
It used to be his nickname.
And this is where I think Franco gives a good note.
Yeah.
Because he gives a note on like to tap in tempo to be like,
Mm.
like I want this a certain way. It doesn't get used, but it was a helpful note in a photography setting.
I will say this, though. How confusing for poor Corey, who's always getting the criticism of masculine v feminine, to then do the nail art shoot. I'm shocked that the show gives him as much credit as they ultimately do, because
Yeah.
it feels like so often
They're
they're
traps.
setting him up to be confused.
Yes.
Confused about what they want, I mean. You know.
Yes. Oh, I absolutely agree. I would go nuts if I were Corey in
Oh, yeah.
Corey's position. Now it's time for another fight.
Ooh.
This time at work.
Mhm.
But Jeremy is sad because he doesn't want to take a solo photo. And I said, don't worry, Jeremy. You have a partner in your photo now, and that's that wispy lil mustache.
Ooh.
Oh
Got a new
boy.
friend.
And Jeremy sexually harasses Jordan on set by whispering to her, "Remember when we kissed?"
Talking Head says that he's attracted to Jordan and Jordan's attracted to him. And I said, excuse me, we never escalated to that.
No.
Just because, Jeremy, you say that Jordan likes to flirt doesn't mean it's true.
Has never indicated that ever.
You were her friend because everyone hated her.
Also, in his confessional, Jeremy still has yellow stained on his face.
Sure do.
So you know exactly when this was filmed. And then I like how Jordan phrased this, because she gets loud because she's like,
Mhm.
everyone's going to know what just happened.
Mhm.
And she goes, I don't like it because his jokes imply that he has a crush on me. Also,
Ooh. And Renee's reaction when Jordan calls him out. That is the first time Renee has ever respected Jordan.
Renee's confused because now she's starting to like Jordan. She's like, ah.
But Jeremy's mad now because Jordan said he was desperate. And he makes a mad face so everyone knows he's mad.
That's like his trigger. He only seems to get upset when Jordan says something about him being like
Desperate.
obsessed and desperate
Mhm.
and that stuff. We saw that when they were dipping their toes into that pool with Corey early on.
And then, like the typical chauvinist he is, immediately is like, well, that's why no one likes you.
Oh, goes to hurtful so quickly,
Immediately.
Jeremy gets booch nails.
as if punished. Also, where is Chris S's royalties?
I'm so shocked that he can't do this. And at least Franco said, shut the fuck up. They got so loud.
They
were
got
getting
so loud
wild back
at
there.
work.
Yeah, that was when I was like, okay, Jordan, we're so close.
The point has been made. You're just let it fly
And-
free.
I'm going to give Jeremy this, though. When they say, okay, commit more, and Jeremy just puts his hands down and goes, how so? Because Top Model loves to be like, okay, now more. And I'm always like, what do you mean?
I wish he had gone back to camera, stuck out his butt, and put his hands on it. Booch nails.
There was also a captions crunch where after they got yelled at, it said contestant / or dash. And when it was clearly someone said, fuck.
Yeah. But it made it seem like someone was saying silence.
Yes. And then Franco says, be pissed off and be present.
Yeah, none of these models are present enough for Franco, and that's because everybody is in the same room being really loud at Smashbox Studios.
And Johnny's face when they get chided, he was so happy. Eee.
And then Marvin gets flawsome nails.
So they should be fucking chipped and
Chipped?
bad.
I would love that.
Yes. I did like Johnny's little moment of subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
That was that's the cute way to do this. If it's two people
Yes.
are speaking, like,
And then there was an even cuter thing where we rewind for the translation.
and then Renee, they cut in her going slate,
Yeah, why?
Why?
Do they always have to do that?
and as if a gift to Lex,
Yeah.
Renee, your fave gets the pot leadum nails.
And she hates it.
Oh, yeah. It's
Her
top
nails should have been
model
backwards.
backwards.
Oh, duckbill nails.
Yep, exactly.
You still on the knuckle instead of where the
Oh.
nail goes.
God.
But
No.
she's like, pot leader means top model backwards.
And then, because he's been playing with them in the background the entire
Oh, yeah.
time, like any of us would, Dawn got fierce nails, which translates to the super long nails.
Talons.
And, yeah. And Dawn's just being like a witch in the back. He's like, he's feeling himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He is feeling himself.
And he looks great with those nails.
Yeah.
They're like blood red, too. They're really cool.
Dawn gets the best nails.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then Phil gets XX20 nails.
This is where we start reaching for nails.
Well, and Phil reaches for an explanation. He's like, oh, they're gold. They're trying to make me Jesus again. And I'm like, what?
And we get another spot on impression, this time, because Marvin is unleashing savagery this episode. Marvin doing Brian Boy.
I thought Brian Boy showed up and was starting to write the note, why is Brian Boy here?
It was so perfectly cadenced
Mhm.
to how Brian Boy speaks that it was incredible. Phil, this week, social media thinks you're Jesus Christ.
And why is the XX20 nails the duck tail? Like
I don't know.
It's so, why does he get those nails? Kanani gets Smy's nails, but that's not important. What's important is we are traumatizing Kanani watching this episode
Yes.
by putting a clown graphic
Right behind Johnny.
to go,
I do think it's, look, I'm sure she's still affected, but I think it's silly that the show's trying to create a narrative that the guy's prank destroyed Kanani so much that she can't focus. I'm like, it was a while ago, y'all.
Also, everybody had trouble focusing. This was not an ideal environment for
No.
a photo shoot.
it's so cavernous and echoey too.
And then Jordan's has 3 different themes because we get what the Tyron says, what Jordan says, and then what Jordan in the future says. Because it's 186 countries. And then
Nails.
Nails.
Seeing 186 countries'
Countries'
nails.
nails.
Yeah.
First of all, wild.
186 countries nails.
You call 186 countries nails.
And then
She says,
they ask her what it says on hers, and she goes, in the dullest voice, 186, bitch. Which it does say that for no reason.
The scraggliest little bitch scrawled on her one nail.
on the Puerto Rican flag, because none of these flags are flags. They are the least accurate flags.
Representative at best.
And I don't think they're of the countries that they're in.
And then she says, my theme today is flags of all the countries that ANTM is represented in. And I'm like, sort of.
Not
Maybe?
really. That that ANTM is shown in.
As offshoots in,
Back at the house, we learn wildly that 2 people are going to be eliminated.
I did not realize this was going to happen again.
I did not. Well, first, Jordan, you can tell Jordan is relaxed and she has a little fun by making everybody do spirit fingers. The most fun Jordan has ever had on the show. And then they find out, and it's not even printed in the text, they are forced to do top model math to find out there's going to be a random double elimination.
And there is so much top model math about scores because they're like, well, if they get this and I got this.
Yeah. You can get 9s, but end up with all 5s, and then I'll be
Because it's
gone.
a lot easier when they scored it this fucking ridiculous way in 3 groups.
No top model math matters to me, except for Gianna
I knew
saying,
you were going to say it.
I'm always wavering between the middle and bottom 5. And first of all, I don't think that's true.
No.
Secondly, Gianna, that's everything. That's everything but first call out.
In a competition of currently 11 contestants, middle and bottom 5 are the same thing.
So the Tyra photo is as if Tyra was giving Big Bird their annual prostate exam and pulled a little too hard on the way out because she has yellow feathers wispy in the wind.
But they're like on strips of, it's as if it was feathery fabric that they just
so
glued to her
weird.
fingers.
I feel like y'all watch I Like to Watch with Trixie and
Yes.
Katya.
Yes.
My favorite ones are the ones they do for Glow Up, the makeup competition show on Netflix. And there was one
Sure.
that was lashes, and Trixie and Katya went off on a feathered
Oh,
lash.
yeah.
Somebody forced them to look at these feathered nails, please.
Please, internet, do your work.
To the two of you, does Tyra sometimes look like her shoes are glued together?
Yes.
Just stand a little wider, babe.
Cross those
Then you won't
legs,
fall
maybe?
over.
Yeah.
This hair with this off-center, center part bang. The outfit, fine.
The outfit's pretty good, actually.
The posture, terrible.
It's so weird. It's so odd.
And she looks so tired for some
Yes.
reason.
It would explain how she kind of had a rough panel last week and not a great one this week.
No.
This was also the episode where I discovered, for your little time capsule moment, that the nylon cover features, as they call it, the Lone Ranger's Army Hammer.
Ah!
Tyra also says, or should I say, hola, modelos. Why would you say that? What? And then also we show them giving no reaction because,
Yeah, because
the
all of them are like,
contestants why?
Because we met someone who spoke Spanish this week. What a weird thing to say. Because I would give Tyra if they were in a country that spoke
Yes.
Spanish.
Yes.
Sure.
Mhm.
Don, okay, before we get to his photo, it's a while, but Don wearing this full beanie with a little pom-pom on top.
What the
Dawn.
why?
What is going on? Dawn wants to leave. Dawn is
Yeah.
like, great, I've done my
I
impression.
made it
of
far
Tik-
enough. Mhm.
Yep, I would like
People
to
are
go
going
back
to
to making
download the
music.
single.
Corey's up first with a background flixel. There's a lot of background flixels.
Which is a good way to use it for this.
I think that's a
Mhm.
great way to use it. He is selling.
And what I like about it, beyond everything else, is that it's one of the ones where you really do see the nails.
You really do.
And the yellow makes sense.
He has figured out in this photo to give androgyny and the panel's version of masculinity
With a
at
muscle.
the same time. Hmm. I think growing the facial hair in is a really smart choice for him
I think
also.
so, too.
And look how good he looks with hair.
Yeah, shocking.
So much better. He's stunning.
He
He looks
doesn't look
beautiful
ill.
here.
No, he's, oh, this is what you would want for the campaign if it was that.
For
Mhm.
sure.
Yep.
And it's a beauty shot, which we don't even talk about that these are beauty shots because there's so much hand. But yeah.
Yeah, these are essentially, they're both their first solo shots and beauty shots.
And
Mhm.
I was shocked that this judging didn't go tits up. I was
That
wildly impressed.
Rob was the one that gave Corey a 10. Didn't see it coming.
No.
Honestly, the last two episodes, this one and the last one, Rob's been very subdued in a way that I am happy with.
Like a talking
Yeah.
to after that
Mhm.
whole conversation about he looks like a man.
I
Mhm.
also think, that's probably part of it. I think Rob also doesn't enjoy doing this.
No.
He doesn't give me a lot of enthusiasm for being on the show, and it's not surprising to me that this is his last cycle. I bet he didn't want to do it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Dawn is next with a rolling tap, like a finger tap flixel.
He's not doing too much modeling.
No.
That being
But
said,
it's still real hot.
it's so cool.
It's just very so striking.
Yeah.
And I like that his thumbnails are like about to cut his neck.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, he can't help but be absolutely gorgeous.
He's not doing much, but it really works.
The Sailor Moon tiara they give him.
Oh my god. You just want a little upside down dark moon, crescent moon.
I wonder if poor Dawn, after being one of the people that got X'd on the 50 Shades thing, is like, do people just always put forehead makeup on? Is this a thing I have to deal with?
I don't mind this from Dawn because we haven't really gotten this like kind of straight ahead dead face from him.
Mm.
For sure.
So like it's not a Marvin situation where I'm like, I've seen it. So I'm
Yeah.
giving him a little grace. But for me, the eyes are a little sleepy.
Yeah,
But
for
I
sure.
think he looks stunning. Kanani is next with a background flixel.
one of those shots where I really want to question if it was her best shot.
I don't think it
But if we're just judging the photo that we're seeing, this is, talk about sleepy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's bottom for sure.
Yeah.
Also, I hate her fingers. The way they're like,
yeah.
And that you can't see her thumbs is very strange.
Also this, and you know I love a loose site, but this big old plastic necklace they put on her.
You can't really see it, but it's gonna obscure her neck. It's
Yeah.
perfect. Kanani gets a video that she has to watch. But we pan out and we see that she has also received 2 comments that we don't hear her read. Neither of them are positive. But I just had to read y'all the usernames of these 2 people.
Okay.
Because they were fashion
Perfect. Love it.
and chocolate sushi 26.
Classic. Love it.
gross.
Yep.
That sounds like something you would get at Top Model Prep's Max Brenner.
Yeah, sure does.
Jordan is next with an eye flixel.
I did not like this photo.
I think it's fine, but it's not really as good as everyone fucking praises it for.
She had this moment when she was shooting that Johnny gasped for
Yeah.
that they don't use.
No.
Yeah.
They use this instead. It's not bad. It's just a little too club vampire for me.
Yeah.
I think her hands are obscuring the light on her face, and it's
Yes.
creating shadows that I don't think are the best for this look. And I'm sorry, I know it's not her, but the little bitch.
Also, there is something incredibly creepy about the vertical hand. The
Yeah.
way the wrist is, it looks like that's a foot with the longest toes reaching up.
It's at a bad angle for sure.
Her photo also goes down far enough that there is the suggestion of nudity in a way that I don't think is good for the photo.
Agreed.
And also doesn't really track for anybody else.
No.
I don't understand how they go gaga for this picture.
It's not my least favorite, but it's like
No, but it's like-
when this was when I saw this photo come up, I was like, oh, this is going to be the start of the downfall of Jordan for a little bit, and I was like, oh, weird.
I guess not.
And the fact that it's like not selling the nails because like half of them are hidden because they're going up into her hair. I don't know.
Weirdly, I thought this was also not her best shot. Probably.
Phil is next with a background flixel.
This photo, combined with his behavior at the challenge, should have sent him home.
This is the worst photo to me.
Yep.
This is the worst photo.
You can only see half of the nails.
Yeah.
And also, it's just nothing.
But then Rob says that he looks feminine.
Which
In
I
what
also
way?
do not get.
I don't either.
And Kelly tells a story about a gladiator cross-dresser.
Great.
Who gets thrown to the lions. And I was like, Kelly, Jesus.
And then the worst part of all of this is that somehow he gets scored 2 7s and an 8.
This was the best fan comment, though, because someone says, look at those Charlie Angel's hands. And I was like, that is what they're doing.
But also, I hated the bullet hole they put in his head in the photo when they're doing that quote.
Yeah.
Fair.
Wild. Gianna's next with a background flixel.
I love this photo.
So do I.
Also love this photo.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I think she looks otherworldly
Her
in
eyes
this.
are amazing, and her hands are good, and that is not something we get on this show a lot of the time.
And I feel like this is the tension that Tyra is constantly talking about.
With the mouth, it looks like there's the inhale, and she's selling this necklace that's
She's
really
selling the
ugly.
necklace.
She's selling the nails.
Yep.
It also looks like a movie poster if they were doing, character shots for movie posters.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
It's almost Bond villainish in a way.
Yes. And then Tyra says she has a pie face.
Well, the weirdest thing is that term is used, and I don't think that has a great etymology.
It sure doesn't.
Yeah. So, probably the last time I'll be using it in this critique,
Yes.
but is a round face, which she
Sure.
has described as having.
Except Tyra just said that she had a square face.
She just
Well,
literally said
that's
square
the thing.
face.
But then Tyra also says, but you don't have it in this photo. I'm like, no. But she's straight on, so it reminds me of when Natalie got the orange color spray and they were like, hey, straight on might not be the best angle for you because you've got this rounder face. I feel like that's a critique you could give Gianna, even though in this, I think it works because her hands are covering her face in a way that creates more angles.
To me, it's just a different kind of beauty also. She's
Yeah.
just so striking.
And it's so different for her, but she still looks amazing. I don't understand.
I get that if this isn't your favorite photo of the bunch, but I don't see how you can't look at this and not see it as a successful modeling shot for Gianna.
And Rob agrees with us because he gives it a 9, and Tyra gives her a 5.
Ridiculous.
Well, Tyra's whole new thing is this is the worst you've ever done. This is the worst you've ever done. She's just turned on Gianna.
I don't know why. Anyway, she's stunning. Nina's next with an earring flixel, which I hate.
Once again, I like this photo.
It's not my
I
favorite.
think she looks cool. It's not my favorite, but I think she looks pretty cool, and it's in the upper half for me.
To me, I don't like this one. And I think it's because, for me, I think what I like about it is the styling and the makeup. And then her actual thing looks very right before the shot was good.
Yeah, there's a weird scaredness in this that I
Yeah.
don't like, that feels, and I don't think it's her fault, it's when it was captured, but it feels almost predatory, like she's like, I don't know.
Her eyes just don't do it for me in this one.
I don't know. I like it. I think they're real harsh on it.
They are super harsh on it. The fan video was her friends?
Yeah.
Why
It
show
was
this?
cute.
Why show this, though?
I love that. Because they showed it because someone had done the work of painting Nina on their nails. And they're
It was
like,
like
well,
Jeremy's friends in that one episode.
yeah. People have already broken how to get on top model.
Chris is next with a background flixel. Y'all, we see a nail in this photo.
That's the funniest thing to me is I actually think his face looks gorgeous.
Yes.
But it's not a nail shot. You can't even see the chains.
And comment
Oh.
of it looking like a sock puppet. I was like, absolutely yes. But that leads to Chris's most likable moment in the entire show when he takes that. It's right. He's like, meow, 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 meow. I was like, perfect way to receive that critique.
Yeah. Then these wild scores for this fully mid photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a 7th place photo if I've ever
For
seen one.
sure.
9 and 10? What?
How?
The fan scoring on this was way more accurate.
Correct. Renee is next with a background and eyes flixel. I don't think this was her best photo. I don't think this was her best photo.
I don't think this makeup was her friend.
No.
I don't understand why her bottom lip is so much more heavily painted than her top lip.
To prove Tyra's point.
Yeah, it's funny. Tyra talks about how the proportions of her chin look different than how she does in person, but I'm like, a lot of that is the makeup.
I really hated the way Tyra talked about her face because it bordered on some really problematic ideas about her that are not the case at all.
Yeah.
I like the tension that her hand has into her arm. I very much dislike that we only see one hand.
Yes.
Agreed.
For the nail shot.
It's just not a particularly successful photo. And it's funny because, like, of all the photos to finally critique Renee on, it feels like most people are okay with the photo. And then Tyra, in her most consistent thing ever, still thinks that a neck is worth 2 points. The only thing Tyra's ever been consistent about is a neck is worth 2 points.
Jeremy's up next.
Guys, I'm going to say something, and I'm okay if I get torn apart for it. I think the photo is pretty successful.
Really?
I
Really?
do.
This right eye is so wild, JW.
I agree.
I know. I knew it, but it's just like, I'm surprised it was as good as this is.
I think he needed more makeup.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird that he got so little, despite the fact that his was the one that stained his face forever. But I'm
think he
surprised
knows how
it's
to
as
wash
good as
his
it
face.
is.
I don't like
I
it.
also don't like it.
His eyes don't look dead compared to so many other people's who got dead eyes in their
Sure.
photo.
He
One eye
just
looks
always
dead.
looks like he is pretending to be a model because he essentially is.
Yeah.
Yes. This fan, quote unquote, is brutal, but not untrue.
Is this man who decides to sit in the front seat of his car and film his fan videos for America's Next Top Model?
It's like what TikTokers do now.
Uh-huh.
Be like, guys, I'm at Taco Bell talking about the latest Mexican pizza.
and Jeremy's armpit hair.
I love the idea that they saw this photo and had to pull over and be like, I gotta film this now. I'm so mad.
I'm not saying it's the worst photo.
It is probably his best photo,
He's doing something.
That's what I'm saying. It's not his dead to center photos.
but it's still not enough.
This one eye is wild to me. I can't get
Look,
over.
y'all, I don't want to save Jeremy. I just think it's funny that when you have a contestant that has been consistently not doing good, and we're all ready as a fandom to let leave the show, and then the time they leave is not their actual worst
Sure.
photo, and it happens
Yeah.
so much
often.
on the show.
I agree. It's not his worst photo, but it's not good.
It's as if they decided retroactively to eliminate 2 people because they looked at the photos and they're like, oh, we can't just eliminate Kanani.
Marvin's the last one up with an eyes and background flixel.
This is my favorite photo Marvin has taken so far.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Because is it the same photo again? A little, but it's
A little bit more 3/4 to be
think-
fair.
His face looks way more activated
I
for
agree.
me also.
I'm just saying, I think this proves he doesn't need to do a lot, but he
Mhm.
needs to do something.
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 Mhm.
For sure.
I also like his styling a lot. I love the neck chain, and the
Yeah.
nails actually look really good on him.
Yeah.
I like that it's kind of like he's wearing a blouse or
Yes.
something.
Yeah, I
It's
like
cool.
that he got more makeup. Like, to put it
Mhm.
on his clavicle and his jawbone was
Mhm.
smart.
I think it's weird that Flossom is Halloween colors.
I
Sure.
don't understand
do
that.
not
at
understand
all.
that. But yeah, this is...
Yeah, he looks really beautiful here.
I just wish, perhaps, Marvin got the talk that so many models on this show have gotten, which is relying on pretty.
Mm.
Not necessarily because this picture is doing that, but I wanted them to be like, hey, this one, it's working.
Except I fear him getting that because then we're going to have to hear Tyra say, you're resting on what your mama and your janitor daddy gave you.
Can we talk a little bit? That's the last photo, right?
That's the last photo.
So, Mike might be one of the worst photos of top model history.
I didn't, hold on.
I haven't looked it up.
So we get Mike, Alex, and Clea. Clea's is nothing. Alex's is fine. Mike's looks like we're making fun of the photo shoot.
Oh, no. No. What the hell is this photo?
It's ridiculous. It looks like a fan of the show made their version of this to be silly.
This is so stupid.
Oh my god.
Also, his face looks terrible.
And also, for some reason, his fingers themselves got painted too.
Oh, yeah, that's why it looks so... It looks
Looks
like he has...
he's wearing little band-aids
Yep.
on his fingertips.
Little blue band-aids.
And the snake skin.
Oof.
Clea is cosplaying as Jean Grey and about to use her mental powers on us. And then Alex's is pretty good for what it is.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I wonder what their
Theme was they didn't get
themes
one.
were.
But Mike's is awful, y'all.
Ooh, yeah.
Alex's is very different for her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I almost wouldn't have recognized her, I don't think.
Mhm.
But anyway, I just had to bring up Mike's.
please.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Call out order. Jordan gets first call out with a 9-2. How in the fucking
9-2.
world? How does this happen? And also this photo.
Yeah.
But 9-2.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Then Marvin with an 8.
Which there would have been such a good argument for this to be a Marvin first call out.
I think
Yes.
so. Then Corey with an 8-2.
Would have loved another Corey first call out here.
Uh-huh. Chris with a 6-8.
Yikes. I don't think that's... I mean, it's not a great photo, but...
Ooh.
Social media doesn't tend to like Chris either, it feels
No.
like.
No.
No. Then Dawn with an 8.
Yay!
I think that's, yeah. Renee with a 6-9. It's low, but it keeps
Higher.
going up.
Of all the times for her to get a slightly higher one.
I really liked her judging ensemble because this is where I finally saw it. She was giving like very low key Stevie Nicks, and
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was into
sure.
it. hmm
Nina gets an 8-9, which is pretty high.
Because I know you liked it, but hey,
The friends of Nina.
Gianna gets a 7-3.
honestly, surprised she wasn't in the bottom two the way this
The way-
episode framed
yes.
this.
hmm Oh, I thought she was going home this episode.
I did too,
Yep.
Yeah.
which leaves Phil, Jeremy, and Kanani in the bottom.
And Kanani is wearing some incredible shoes.
She always has a good shoe game.
hmm
She's just our best styled person. She's just our
Yes.
best styled person. And then they're going to do that awful thing where one of them barely gets a goodbye because they're the lowest of the three. And then it's so weird that Jeremy gets faded out first, and yet compared to the other two in the bottom, he has a 7.
Because Jeremy's told, you're stuck. Not getting worse, not getting better.
Which I think is a fair critique.
Yeah. Kanani, a girl that is a beautiful Latina Audrey Hepburn because of this one photo. And when Tyra says, last week, I loved. She says picture. It wasn't a picture.
It was not.
I loved. This week, I loathed.
Yes, Tyra, you are the one sending her home, in fact.
Uh-huh. And Phil, we loved this effervescent personality, but have to put in the photos. No mention of the fucking fence.
You will never. They don't actually care about it.
No.
They don't.
No.
Jeremy goes home first, and I'll say this. I was surprised at the sheer amount of tears from Jeremy. He broke down in a way that made me kind of sad.
Also, so he goes to give hugs, and to Marvin says, "Give me a hug, babe." I loved it.
Best
Captions
Jeremy.
agreed with me. So cute. Also very funny that Gianna is standing right in front of them looking perplexed.
Uh-huh. Jeremy, Tyra also says to Jeremy, so sorry. And that's
it.
It's rough to be. When there's a double elimination, I would just not want to be the first one out because you don't get nothing.
And then a 0.2 difference in their scores.
All you had to do was give him a 5 for destruction of property in the challenge, and he would have gone home.
Mm-hmm.
But no, instead, Kanani, who lets out the saddest squeak as soon as she realizes, she just collapses to the ground with
She's so upset.
And this is not actually Phil's fault, because he's relieved. I'm not going to blame anybody for their facial expression when they're relieved.
Sure.
But that he is smiling while Kanani is weeping.
We have
is
also
a bummer.
seen, and I believe it, we have also seen, and like you said, you're not blaming Phil, but like, he's also very emotional. He was already crying. So
He
like,
thought he was
Yes.
probably going home.
yeah, I think
They just needed to shoot this differently. Because
Yeah.
once again, it is not his fault. He gets to feel relieved, as he should.
And then to Kanani, Tyra fucking says, "It's okay. Aren't you mad? Pissed off, aren't you? You have to take this anger and this sadness and this disappointment and put it in every picture because there's a possibility to come back." No, there is not. Her fan scores are terrible.
Yeah. And then out of context, when she
Yes.
goes to hug Marvin, out of context, this is so funny.
So funny.
Because
So funny.
devastated Marvin goes, "I'm sorry about the clouds."
Through weeping.
Through weeping. I think everyone was ready for Phil to leave.
Yes. He's exhausting.
Oh, they got him all be so. And I think Kanani was well liked.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have only one update. Spoiler alert in the episode if you don't want to hear spoilers, listeners. Because if you can believe it,
I can't believe it.
Jeremy comes back.
Well, because fans are horny.
I just love that even Jeremy's probably like, do I gotta?
I feel like his mom got on the phone
Yep.
tree.
Yup.
It was in the church bulletin. You know it was. Gotta vote for my baby. So let's talk about Kanani. Interesting. First name is Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
So Kanani was either a nickname or a middle name or something like that. Kanani.
And she has a canonically top model name then. A secret one.
But also, why did Kanani have to change her name because there was a Bianca and not fucking Chris's?
Also, is it canonically?
Yeah, I also heard canonically.
Yes.
Perfect. Kanani Andaluz. And it's underscore Kanani Andaluz, and that's spelled Andaluz. Her Instagram profile, she runs a hair studio now called Soul Snatcher, and the brand on everything is Soul Snatcher.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to specialize in knotless braids, among other things, but that's something they list. She still lists herself as a fashion model, even though I didn't necessarily see a ton of current stuff. She lists her current location as Chicago, and she's a liquid connoisseur. And as recently as 2020, she was featured in both GQ and Vogue. So, you know, last couple of... Then what's interesting about her, and this is one of the few times since like Sarah Hearthstone. Hearthstone? Is that her last name?
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone? Right? Yeah. Sarah from Psycho 9.
Hearthstone,
maybe?
Yeah. Apologies if I'm messing up that last name. But Sarah from Psycho 9. Kanani is one of our first TikTok contestants who has a pretty large following there because she has over 140,000 followers and 1.5 million likes.
Wow.
If you want to follow her, it's Soul Snatcher 28, and she seems to post very consistently. And it's a lot of comedic stuff. Yeah. So that's the majority of what I found on her is if you want to continue to learn more about Kanani, TikTok's where to go. Mm-hmm.
Hannah.
Yeah. Lex is showing a very sexy pic.
She don't look small in that picture.
I'm sad that Kanani is leaving. I thought she was probably, for me, the most beautiful contestant this cycle. I loved her makeover. I loved her fashion sense. She was a good model.
Yeah.
She didn't play the whole "are we gonna fuck" game.
Mm-hmm.
I just
No,
enjoyed
what's so
the
funny
presence.
is she was the horniest one during auditions of the women, and then that went away.
It almost was like, ugh, I don't like any of these guys.
Okay.
I guess so. I wonder if she was just like, I just got to get on the show. I got to be horny enough to get on the show,
Yes.
and then I can drop it. It was interesting to me that she was the only parent of this cycle, a top model contestant staple, and yet we didn't actually get much on it.
No.
Because the show's too interested in hooking up.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought she would have gone further. I saw her as a top 6 potential.
Oh, yeah. I think she got fucked up by this double elimination.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Really.
And,
I mean, truly.
and the scoring that should have sent Phil home.
Yeah.
I also think that both times now, and I'll be interested to see if we continue to have double eliminations across the guys and girls cycles. Both double eliminations this cycle have been one guy, one gal. And I wonder if they're making sure that happens. I truly wonder if British Invasion's effect on this cycle is prominent because they ended up in a situation where America was just losing.
Yeah.
And it was so clear that the British were better. And I wonder if they're trying to make it so it's not like 2 dudes and 7 women.
Right.
Or vice versa, or whatever.
I think they very much want a guy to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want us to win, you should
Yay.
rate, review, and subscribe because we are winning. You've been lovely. You've been going to Spotify. Keep doing it. Send us a review. If it's good, we tend to read them on the show. So
Oh, yeah.
you can reach out to us at podleadum.com. That's where our P.O. box is. Or send us an email directly at podleadum@gmail.com. You can find me anywhere at YetCharming.
I'm on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on TikTok, just like Kanani, at JW Crump, okay.
And be sure to use the hashtag podleadum and just like Kanani whenever you do, because she got a lot of likes. So if we can piggyback off of that, I'm fine. I don't have no scruples.
I wonder if we're going to see more and more TikTok folks now that we're getting to people who, again, more and more current cycles. I feel like social media has been so easy for the Where Are They Now stuff for me because most people were on social media at the time of the filming of the show.
So for Podleadum, I have been Lex Basile Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
Podleadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.